cut myself on a damn broken plate. Violet keeps littering the floor of her bedroom with broken glass. I've cut myself over a dozen times already. She does this every night and it's incredibly annoying. Otherwise, she's a perfectly well-behaved daughter. But this little habit is becoming painful. Whenever I cut myself on something broken in her room, she runs up to me as if she's surprised. "Did you hurt yourself, Mummy?" The same words, every single time. I hate to admit it, but I usually just yell back like, "Yes, I did hurt myself." I didn't mean to shout. I love her dearly. Since Jessica left, it's just been me and her. Losing a child is terrible, especially as a single mum. I don't think I'll ever really get over it. And I know a fact that Violet won't. I've asked Violet repeatedly why she breaks things and leaves them for me to step on. She always replies, "I'm so sorry, Mummy." She hugs me and cries. Her tears roll like fat ballerinas down her chubby little cheeks. I could try questioning her, but I never get a straight answer. Well, I'm done with it. I got one of those nanny cams disguised as a teddy bear, and I'm going to put it in her room tonight to catch her in the act. Then when we watch the tape, she'll have to explain herself. She can't cry away video evidence. I put the bear on a shelf, right next to a picture of Jessica. I have to pause as my hands linger near the photograph face. Since she left, I have a hard time looking at Jessica. It's been 4 years and I've given up hope of finding her, but Violet refuses to get rid of that picture. I put her to bed as usual, kiss her on the forehead and stroke her loving face. "You promise not to break anything tonight?" She looks away and doesn't answer. I think I feel a tiny tremor somewhere deep in my body. Before going to sleep, I make sure to lock up everything breakable. The dishware is all tucked away, the vases placed on the high shelf, and I even took down the mirrors so she can't get to them. Afterwards, I go to sleep as usual. I feel content that I'll get to the bottom of this weird habit. I wake up before my alarm, well rested and eager to watch the tape. I flip open my laptop, first checking the live feed, and see Violet peacefully sleeping. Good. Then I rewind. I stop the tape around when we went to bed. Nothing's happening. Violet's asleep. Her little body moves up and down with every breath. I fast forward a while and still nothing's happening. I wonder if I'll see anything when I notice that Violet's eyes open. She gets out of bed. It's midnight. The way she rises without any sign of sleep makes me wonder if she's just lying there, awake the entire time. Violet then leaves her room. The video doesn't have audio, so I can't hear what she's doing. When she comes back, she looks frustrated. I give a little laugh. I'm betting her frustration is tied to the fact that I locked up all the glass. I almost close the video, assuming she just went back to sleep. But then I see her reach up towards the bed. Fuck. She's seen the camera. But no, her tiny hands just wrap around the picture of her sister. She spends a few minutes staring at it, mouthing words I can't understand. Her face bobs up and down in Violet's hands. Then, with a violent thrash, she slams the picture frame on the floor. The glass shatters everywhere. "God damn it," I whisper to myself. Violet then carefully makes her way back to bed, avoiding the shards. She crawls under her covers and pulls them up over her head. I can see her little body trembling. It's 12:20 a.m. I'm staring at Violet's form when I realise a figure has entered the room. My breath catches in my chest. The figure is vaguely feminine, and although the body is covered in a long white nightgown, she looks familiar, even though I can only see her from the back. A mess of black hair crawls down her neck. She walks gradually into the room. Her movements are painfully slow. Her feet move right over the remnants of the picture frame, but nothing cuts her. The debris doesn't even make a scratch. My heart is clambering against my ribcage. I see her fingers reaching out towards Violet, and without any warning, they begin to grow. They stretch out to inhuman lengths, bending in odd places as if they're all full of broken bones. She keeps walking until she's near Violet's bed. She twitches and hovers, just staring down at my daughter. I can see Violet shaking with fear under her covers. The figure takes one of her disgusting fingers and hooks down Violet's blankets. Violet has her arms covering her head. The figure traces lines down her body. Her fingers are pulsing. They've grown to nearly a foot long now, and the brittle nails at the ends are shattered. The figure suddenly grabs Violet's arms and yanks them down violently. Violet looks up, petrified. I gasp. The figure, calm again, begins stroking her face with her fingers. Violet's crying and saying something, but I can't make it out. I should have gotten to the camera with audio. The woman stands there just stroking her face for almost an hour. Violet is sobbing and shaking the entire time. Then the figure's fingers begin curling back into her hand. She moves away from Violet's bed and backs out of the room. Violet is motionless. It's 1 a.m. I can't watch anymore. I get out of my bed and run to Violet's room. I walk over to her, shaking her awake. I take her head in my hands. Oh God, Violet, I had no idea. Are you alright? What the hell happened last night? Violet's eyes are wide. Did you hurt yourself, Mummy? I look at her confused, but then realise her question. I look down at my feet, standing over the broken glass of the picture frame. There's no blood, no cuts. I look back to Violet and realise my fingers are beginning to grow. They begin to twitch and crack, as if broken. Violet's face is full of fear.